say I was honored to be invited back, especially after last year emceeing and being the keynote speaker. I thought, boy, if these people aren't sick of me yet. So I was shocked to get the invitation. Thank you so much for inviting me back. And in a second, I'm going to ask for a quick favor. But for now, I want to tell you, and I want to assure you that I did have appropriate opening remarks written out. And I was kind of practicing them and thought, okay, this is all right. You know, nothing you haven't heard before, I'm sure. And then a couple weeks ago, I went to Winsong for my twice yearly visit. And for those of you who don't know or who haven't heard me, in 2011, I had breast cancer on my left side, and then in 2015 on my right side. So they keep a close eye on me, and I went back. I go twice a year for all the tests and all the routine visits. The end of the story is that things seem okay. What they want to keep an eye on is probably benign. So that's the end of the story. But it's what was going on during my visit, and I thought, you know what, this is what I have to share, because it's the commonality and the things that we've all gone through, the things that we can all relate to that bring us together and that encourage us. I had my mammogram and ultrasounds. It's a series of tests that I go through. It takes almost a whole day. And you know, you hear those words, we need you back in the mammogram room for more images. And right there, I see everybody nodding, because right there you think, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? More images, and then the ultrasound. And then the technician comes back in and she said, well, you know, Dr. Chen, who is my angel on earth, and I'm sure for many of you, an angel on earth over at Winston, Dr. Chen isn't happy with what I've got. We need to get more ultrasound images. So now I'm laying there in that room that's appropriately darkened and gel all over me, and the technician's not saying a word. Right? I'm laying there and I'm thinking, you've got to talk to me. How come she's not saying anything? And then, you know, those things, I'm sure everything went through your minds too. Why isn't she saying anything? She's not talking. What was Dr. Chen upset? I don't understand why she's not talking to me. So then you start thinking, all right, I'm going to start just asking leading questions. And maybe I know legally she probably can't say a word, but I'm going to start just asking questions to see if I can get out of her what they're looking for. So then I started saying, so did Dr. Chen seem upset when she asked for more images? And she said, no, she just was keeping an eye on something, and that didn't work. So then I thought, so is it that you can't find it, or is it just that it's so big that you have to take a few snaps? I was just trying to talk her into telling me more, and it wasn't working. So now I'm laying there, and it's never ending. And it's those minutes that, you know, they seem like hours, and then days, and then weeks that you're laying there. And I have to tell you, whether you believe it or not, my mind came to here last year and the year before. And I thought, you know what, in 2 weeks I'm going to be speaking to a group of women who went through way worse than I did. And there are millions of women who went through way more than this. And thinking of all of you and your familiar faces and the things we've talked about over the last couple of years, that's what made me keep my mouth shut. And I said, let this technician do her job and just be still and think of these people, because you know what, we encourage each other, don't we? All of a sudden the encourager becomes the strong one, even with what we're going through. When you're encouraging someone else, you become strong. And that's why, before I introduce our wonderful first speaker, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I have got a very dear friend who I went to college with. And we were all supposed to get together at Fredonia 2 weeks ago, 10 of us girls, for homecoming. And she is going through some advanced stages of cancer. She's going through some strong chemo, some strong radiation. And she was not able to make the trip from Maryland to Fredonia. So instead, many of my girlfriends, we all canceled homecoming, and many of them went out yesterday to spend the weekend with her and to be there with her. And I told them I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there, that I'm going to be here with my new friends. And I thought maybe we could take a moment to strengthen Lori and just maybe applaud a friend here is videotaping, and I thought maybe we could just show her some applause. I'm going to send her this videotape. Maybe we could send her some well wishes, maybe blow her some kisses if it's okay, if we can encourage her through what she's going through, if everyone can just give her a little round of applause and blow some kisses and let her know we're thinking of her. Lori, these are the strongest individuals you will ever meet in this room, these people who are sending you wishes. We all know you can get through this. So many people in this room have been through it too. Thank you so much, everyone. I want to thank you so much for encouraging my very dear friend. Lori, I love you. And now we are going, thank you for doing that. I know it's going to mean the world to her. And now let's get started with our program. You all have pink folders in front of you. That is your program for the day. We have an amazing first speaker. Now, you're going to see in your folders some index cards. For those of you who've been here before know what the index cards are for, but for those of you who haven't been here, as you're listening to our speakers, as they're reaching the end of their talk, you're going to see people walking around collecting some of these cards. If you have any questions for the speaker, jot the question down on the index card, because they'll be collecting those, and after every speaker there is a Q&A, and they'll be answering some of your questions. If you use up your cards, there's also some blank sheets of paper there to take notes. You can write additional questions there too, because we'll be able to answer some of those questions in the Q&A session that precedes every new speaker. So take a look at that. I will talk to you more about what's in your folder before our next speaker, but for now, I am so pleased to announce Dr. Amy Early. Her biography is included in your folder, but Dr. Early is a medical oncologist at Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center, and she's a clinical professor of medicine at the Jacobs School of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, and is associate professor of oncology at Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. You will find the information for Dr. Early in your folders, and it looks like this. What is the COMET study? So if you'd like to refer to some information while Dr. Early is speaking, there it is. Dr. Early, I would love to welcome you to the podium.